After Mr. Zhang Dejiang's visit, the Belt and the Road is now the talk of the town. And I was delighted to find that not only Hong Kong people are trying to find out what the Belt and the Road is about, we actually have consultants, very learned gentleman, Ben Simpfendorfer, an Australian and an Arabist and Chinese speaker, working on the New Silk Road, the New Silk Road, even before Chairman Xi put forward this initiative. So I'd like to ask Ben to tell us more about what he thinks of this initiative. Well, Ben, let's start by talking about your book, The New Silk Road. I noticed it was published in 2010, 2011. That predates China's The Belt and Road Initiative. What made you write about the New Silk Road?
I used to live in the Middle East and returned regularly to visit Syria and noticed Chinese traders on the street and a growing number of Chinese companies doing very good business in the city of Damascus, Haier in particular. So I became intrigued in the subject and started to research, and the more I researched, the more I discovered that Chinese traders, Chinese companies were very active across the Middle East, and so could see a real change taking place and wanted to map that change.
And since then, what happened? Since 2009, 2010, after the subprime financial crisis and the slowdown of China's economy, how do you see this relationship develop?
So the commercial relationship has only strengthened. China's exports of consumer goods to the Middle East continue to increase year after year. The Middle East remains China's largest oil supplier, accounting for nearly half of China's total oil imports. At the same time, there is a growing amount of cross-border investment between the two regions. Perhaps not enough or as much as we would like, but certainly the relationship is strengthening all the time.
So you see the Middle East a very important trade and investment partner for China. What about for Hong Kong? What is Hong Kong's role in the Belt and the Road?
So Hong Kong can play an important role as a gateway from China to the rest of the world. Hong Kong should be a springboard for Chinese companies wanting to internationalize, to develop their own brands, to develop their own global networks, and expand their business into the Belt and Road countries.
Do you really see this happening? Because you are an Arabist, but we have very few Arabic speakers among the local population, or those who are interested in studying the Islamic culture. Can you really see Hong Kong playing an important role in helping China or our own traders penetrate the Middle East market?
So Hong Kong's strength is its ability to do international business, and that's the key to success in the Middle East. The ability to operate to world-class practice, to deliver world-class goods and services, and that's where Hong Kong excels. The very fact that most of the world's Fortune 500 companies have a presence, if not a regional or a global headquarter here in Hong Kong, again makes the city a fantastic springboard into the Middle East. And when I speak with many of my Arab business colleagues, many of them are very familiar with Hong Kong. They want to do business here. And so they're very happy to come here for meetings, to sign agreements in Hong Kong. And that's the role that we can play.
And the Belt and the Road consists of the land route, the Silk Road economic belt, and the maritime route, 21st century maritime Silk Road. How do you see Hong Kong's role in this? Should we attach more importance to the belt or the road? Which part should come first?
Hong Kong should attach more attention to the road, to the sea route. That's where most of the region's populations reside. That's where the real economic scale is, and that's where Hong Kong's competitive advantage is. We are a port hub for the rest of the world. Our ability and our historical experience in the Greater Mekong region should be really exploited, in particular, even before we look further afield into South Asia and the Middle East. I think the belt in Central Asia is perhaps of less interest or relevance to us.
at least in the near term.
Certainly in the near term.
What about your own business? You run a consultancy. Do you find that you have more clients doing Silk Road related business since the launch of the Belt and the Road by Chairman Xi?
We do, and largely because the Belt and Road economies account for almost a third of the global economy. Within a few decades, they will account for half the global economy. And so most of my clients, big Fortune 500 companies, are realizing that if they want to position themselves for future opportunities, they need to be active in Belt and Road countries, even if that means they're not directly involved in Belt and Road policies.
How do you see the challenges in our process of implementing this initiative? What should we be looking out for?
So the Belt and Road region accounts for over 60 countries, and so we in Hong Kong need to segment up our opportunities. We obviously can't target all those countries, so we need to decide which of those will be commercially most interesting for us, and clearly those that are bigger or nearer to Hong Kong would be the best advantage.
So how do you think Hong Kong people should equip ourselves, prepare ourselves for the opportunities?
I think Hong Kong people, we need to recognize that we are international and that we need to help Chinese companies go abroad, not just foreign companies into China. So we need to rediscover or reinvigorate our links to the rest of the region, and whether that's Southeast Asia or South Asia or the Middle East. And so we need to become outward focused rather than perhaps inward focused exclusively on China.
Very good. Well, I hope I could get you to speak to our students sometimes.
Would be terrific.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.